Gout Gout, Australian teenager, 18 years old, a name dominating global athletics conversations. He just equaled the fastest legal 100-meter time ever run by an Australian on home soil. 1 minute, 10 seconds flat at 18 years old. Track experts are already comparing this teenager to Usain Bolt and Noah Lyles. The question everyone is asking, is Gout Gout the next greatest of all time? Before you understand the magnitude of this performance, you need to understand the athlete. Gout Gout was born on December 29, 2007. He is 18 years old. He is an Australian sprinter from Queensland who burst onto the global athletics scene less than 2 years ago with performances that shocked the world. His story is extraordinary. Gout is the son of Dinka parents from South Sudan who fled to Egypt before moving to Australia. As a young boy, he played soccer before making the decision to focus entirely on track and field. His talent became immediately apparent. At 16 years old, he broke Peter Norman's 56-year-old Australian 200-meter national record. That record had stood since 1968. A teenager erased it in a single race. In 2024, Gout continued his record-breaking trajectory. He won the Australian under-2100-meter title in April, running 10.48 seconds. He competed at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru, where he won the silver medal in the 200 meters in August with a time of 20.60 seconds. He became one of only 4 sprinters in world history to run under 20.1 seconds as a teenager. In late 2024, Gout ran 20.29 seconds in the 200 meters, becoming the 4th fastest Australian of all time and the fastest since 1993. That performance placed him 4th in the world all-time youth rankings, behind only Usain Bolt and Purapol Bunsen. He was 19 countries' fastest young sprinter. In 2025, at age 17, Gout represented Australia at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. He competed in the 200-meter semifinals, becoming the youngest sprinter ever to feature in a World Championships over 200 meters. He also set the Oceania record in the 200 meters with a time of 20.02 seconds, a mark that now stands as a continental benchmark. In October 2024, Gout signed his first major sponsorship contract with Adidas, one of the world's leading athletic brands. This was not a surprise. Gout Gout was already being discussed alongside the greatest sprinters in the world. But nothing prepared the athletics world for what he would accomplish on February 21st, 2026. The Dane Bird-Smith Shield meet took place on February 21st, 2026 at the Queensland State Athletics Centre in Brisbane, Australia. It was a low-key club-level meet. It was not a major championship. It was not an international final. It was a Saturday morning race in Brisbane with minimal build-up and minimal fanfare. Gout Gout and his coach Dane Bird-Smith made the decision only 1 week earlier to have him compete in the 100-meter race. Dane Bird-Smith, his manager, had told James Templeton, Gout's agent, "Training has been going great. He feels great. I think we will have a run next Saturday. We will keep it fairly low-key." The decision was spontaneous. The planning was minimal. The expectations were unknown. Gout Gout simply showed up to race. This was his first competitive 100-meter performance in 2026. He had never competed at this distance in an official capacity before that Saturday. His primary event had always been the 200 meters. His breakthrough had come at 200. His World Championship semifinal came at 200. His continental record was at 200. He lined up against Australian sprinters in a race with minimal international significance. He was not expected to do anything extraordinary. He was simply testing his 100-meter speed before major competitions later in the season. The race began. Gout Gout exploded out of the blocks. He drove through the middle 100 meters with power and velocity. He maintained his acceleration down the final straightaway. He crossed the finish line in 10.00 seconds, with a wind reading of plus 0.9 meters per second. 10.00 seconds. That time equaled the fastest legal 100-meter run by any Australian on home soil. It matched the time of Lachlan Kennedy, who achieved the feat in Perth in April 2025. It set a new Australian under-20 record, eclipsing the 10.15 mark set by Jake Doran in 2018. More importantly, that time positioned Gout Gout as the third fastest sprinter in Australian history. Only Patrick Johnson, 9.93 in 2003, and Lachlan Kennedy, 9.98 in 2025, have legally broken the 10-second barrier. Gout Gout is now just 1/100th of a second away from joining that elite group. The athletics world was stunned. Track experts immediately drew comparisons to Usain Bolt and Noah Lyles. Both Bolt and Lyles were 200-meter specialists who later dominated the 100 meters. Both broke junior records early. Both went on to become the fastest men alive. Now, at 18 years old, Gout Gout was following the exact same trajectory. Usain Bolt kicked off his career with 200-meter gold at the 2002 World Juniors before eventually breaking world records and winning 8 Olympic gold medals. Gout Gout was pursuing the same path. He had chosen to skip the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow to prioritize the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Eugene, Oregon, where his primary goal is the 200 meters. If Gout triumphs in the 200 at the World Juniors, he would become the first Australian ever to win a sprint gold medal at the Junior World Championships. He would be following the exact blueprint that Usain Bolt followed before dominating global sprinting for over a decade. The comparisons are not hyperbole. Noah Lyles himself has been mentoring Gout Gout. During his summer holidays in 2025, Gout trained with Lyles for 2 weeks and experienced a new level of intensity under the guidance of the current Olympic 100-meter champion. Lyles has given Gout career advice. Lyles has supported his development. Lyles has seen something special in this 18-year-old Australian. Even more telling, Lance Bauman, the coach of Olympic 100-meter champion Noah Lyles, messaged James Templeton immediately after Gout's race. Bauman said simply, "The boy is coming." No surprises there. Gout Gout proves something essential about the future of global sprinting. The next era of speed is arriving now. At 18 years old, he is already the third fastest sprinter in Australian history. His time of 10.00 seconds qualifies him as a genuine contender at the World Under-20 Championships. His versatility, running 100, 200, and 400 meters at elite levels, demonstrates a range that few sprinters possess. His performance also proved that breaking the 10-second barrier is not a question of if, but when. Multiple sources and experts have stated that running under 10 seconds appears inevitable for Gout Gout. He unofficially dipped below 10 seconds twice in 1 day last April, but those efforts were wind-assisted and therefore not ratified. His legitimate 10.00 suggests that a legal sub-10 performance is coming very soon. The speed, the versatility, the mentorship from current champions, the strategic planning, and the tactical execution all point to one conclusion. Gout Gout is being developed with a specific purpose. He is being groomed to dominate global sprinting for the next decade. Gout Gout came to Brisbane on February 21st as an 18-year-old sprinter testing his 100-meter speed. He came to compete in a low-key club meet. He came to gather data before major championships later in the year. What he delivered was 10.00 seconds, an Australian under-20 record, the third fastest time in Australian history, a statement that the next generation of global sprinting has arrived. The athletics world is now asking the same question. Is Gout Gout the next greatest of all time? His 10.00 run suggests the answer is yes, breaking the elusive 10-second barrier, following the Usain Bolt pathway, training with Noah Lyles, mentored by the best minds in sprinting. For now, Gout Gout remains focused on the World Under-20 Championships in Eugene, Oregon. He is targeting gold in the 200 meters. He is pursuing the path that Usain Bolt followed. He is proving every single time he steps on the track that he is special. The next era of sprinting belongs to Gout Gout.